This week on Fresh Picks, it's a cold day in Gotham as Absolute Mr. Freeze makes his chilling debut. Meanwhile, Marvel drops Amazing Spider-Man #1 again. And let's just say it, folks ain't exactly lined up for this one. Megatron is back and ready to shake up the shelves. Plus, we're showing off our favorite covers of the week. Some heat, some cool, all worth checking out. Let's find out. It's New Comic Book Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, it's New Comic Book Week, April 9th, 2025. We see here Amazing Spider-Man #1 is being relaunched. I already see Scotty with the thumbs down for the book. But before we start talking about it, let's take a look at what was going on last week. Last week's pre-release fresh, top voted comic books according to the League of Comic Geeks was Absolute Superman #6. Also, Absolute Green Lantern came in a very close second with 20%. Daredevil, Cold Place in Hell, came in third place with 15%. I mentioned Resurrection Man to you last week, Shane, and there it is on the list with 6%. And then to wrap things up, Batgirl final with 5%. Guys, tell me what your thoughts on these books were.
So I've read all 4 of them, or 5 of them, and I really liked Absolute Superman. I thought it was a great story. That series just keeps kind of ratcheting it up a little bit every time. I really enjoyed the kind of the flashback and everything. Green Lantern, I'm never been a big Green Lantern fan, but I liked that issue. I thought it was cool, and for someone that doesn't read Green Lantern, it told me enough. Daredevil, that's the sleeper book of the week. That was my favorite read that I read for sure out of all the books I had. Mm-hmm. Resurrection Man, didn't know anything about it, but I did pick it up and buy it. I bought the Panosian cover, and it was cool. I liked it. It was very well done. And Batgirl is just the book that I don't want to buy that I keep buying because it's good.
What about you, Scott? Did you get a chance to read any of them?
Yes, Absolute Superman continues to be pretty good. I did not read Absolute Green Lantern. I haven't picked it up yet. I'm debating on that one. I am going to go back and pick up Daredevil, that Daredevil book, because I've heard so many good things about it. I didn't initially grab it this past Wednesday. Resurrection Man with Rom V writing, it's going to be pretty good. I don't know anything about Batgirl. I'm not reading Batgirl. I've picked it up a few times, but mainly just for like cover buys because Art Germ or somebody like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, it was Absolute Superman and Green Lantern. The story behind Absolute Superman was pretty solid. Green Lantern was surprising for me, especially how they used Hal Jordan in the story. So that one stood out to me a little bit. I'm not sure how I feel about it right now because I don't know where they're going with it. Because Hal Jordan's not Green Lantern, but something else is happening to Hal Jordan. Okay. Which makes it a little different. I'm with you, Shane. I was so excited for Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell. It's the Dark Knight for Daredevil. It's old man Daredevil. That's what this is. It's a version of it like that. So, and Resurrection Man, like you said, Ron V doing it. So, and Batgirl's a book I don't pick up anyway. I haven't picked up Batgirl since it came out. So, good stuff there. Let's take a look at the breakdown. The New Comic Book Rundown. We got 55 new releases this week. It's actually a small week when it comes to new releases. However, we got 328 variants, which gives us a total of 383 comic books that are out this week. From there's 15 new #1s and 160 variants for them. Wow. It gives us a total of 175 new #1s coming out today. As far as potential keys goes, we have 8 potential keys with 6 first appearances tied into it. Wow. You're going to be shocked when I show you this, Shane. But Marvel has 12 titles with 78 variants, while DC has 10 titles with 41 variants. Over at the other publishers, Image has 7 titles with 39 variants. Boom again with no titles.
Look at Dynamite.
Oh wait, that's nothing, dude.
That's
That's
hilarious.
that's a light week for Dynamite.
One title,
IDW
43
has
variants.
two titles with 4 variants. Dynamite has 1 book,
43 variant, dude.
and
That's like
but that's not for the 1 book. So I'll give it that much. Dark Horse has 4 titles with 3 variants, and the Indies killed it this week with 19 titles and 120 variants.
most of them are Dynamite.
No, the Dynamites are 4. But so Scotty,
Hey, a good chunk of them
getting
are.
to the test to this one, we go over this list, and Dynamite always has a very low number of books
Right.
that are coming out, but their variants are like, and in some cases in the hundreds. It's a light week.
Yeah. I believe it.
But what's also important to note, and this is why we see so many variants, C2E2 is this weekend.
Ah.
So with C2E2, they're going to be releasing their C2E2 exclusives.
Ultra.
And that's
yeah.
what it is. That's what's causing this high variant number. Why is it's still a low, new books number, but it is a high variant number. So that's why it's important to note. Let's go over with the new books that are coming out this week. We got, like I said, I want to go as quickly as possible here so we could try to break till 10. Key Watch, Amazing Spider-Man #1. You got the Pepe Larraz cover. There is also Kafu Hellgate cover. This is the first appearance of Hellgate. I don't know what to think about this character. Whatever. And you got a 1 in 200 Lee Bermejo cover. This is the first appearance of Hellgate. You guys put the thumbs down on Amazing Spider-Man #1. Are we going to protest?
I'm not doing it again. I'm not picking it up.
I don't know yet. I'll probably get the first issue, but my time is running out. Like Tom Bravatfort, if you don't like it, don't read it. Don't read comics. This is
Was
messy.
that the nail in the coffin?
That was it. It's just making me mad thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm not picking up this particular issue 1. Yeah.
Yeah. So
The Bermejo is
problem
stunning.
we have here is you have a reissuing of numbers, but you have the same team. Wasn't there a reason why you reissue numbers? You get a new team when it's reissued. Sure, you're throwing in Pepe Larraza into the mix, and that's fine, but you still got Joe Kelly. You still got John Romita Jr. attached to it. You got this new character called Hellgate.
It's a throwaway character.
Yeah. Give me back to basics with Spider-Man. Can you give me back to basics with Spider-Man? They can't seem to do that. That's it. Just put him back to the basics. I guarantee you'll solve all your problems. But you know what? This book is still going to sell.
Yeah, it will.
It's still Spider-Man. It's a #1. It's the Hellgate's probably going to sell more than anything, too. Just in case. You know what I mean? It's one of those just in case scenarios.
Yeah, that'll be me.
So, but
that
here's a
one-
book that I'm actually looking forward to. Absolute Batman 7 that comes out this week, which is the introduction of Mr. Freeze, and they're going to give us a full Joker. We got I messed up the bottom. It's not Janine Lindsay. It's actually Nick Jagoda that did that stuff.
Look at that Sienkiewicz, though. That's beautiful.
When you showed it to me, I saw it, but then when I found out it was a Sienkiewicz, I went, "What?"
That's beautiful. That's gonna be the one I'm gonna pick up. Hopefully.
And the Miko cover is great too, man. I'm not gonna front on the Miko.
Oh no, it's cool. Also,
all 3 of them are great, man.
They are all 3 great. They really are. I'm just a Sienkiewicz guy.
So, how excited are you for Mr. Freeze?
I'm excited. This has been fun so far. Bring it on.
Yeah, they showed a really cool picture of him, so it's going to be a really cool take, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Mr. Freeze is one of those characters that when you write him really well, he's awesome.
Yes.
But this is a new take on Mr. Freeze, so I'm curious to see how it's going to look and sound and feel. And of course, now that we're getting the Joker's finally going to be revealed, I'm interested in that. I'm not thrilled about it so far, but I'm interested. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't know about a Joker that doesn't laugh. Doesn't make sense to me. But we'll see. I'll give Snyder a chance for this one. Our next book here is Daredevil 20. Now, I bring this book up because we're bringing back the black armor suit, and that's why this book is here. You got the John Romita cover, which is fair. It's not the worst I've seen him do. The Phil Tan cover I like a lot. And I'm digging the Todd Knox cover because he's been doing a lot of this style with it. It's also a new story arc with an all new enemy. So, what do you guys think about Daredevil?
I've been reading this series since issue 1, and it's had its ups and downs. It's been times where it's been sort of a dull read for me, but I'm enjoying it overall. I think it's been fun, and the last few issues have been really good. And I like this black costume. They did a black suit miniseries last year.
Yeah,
but I'm glad to see this costume come back because this was a really cool costume for Daredevil, in my opinion. So it's going to be cool to see the return. I like that B cover. I will probably go with the Todd Knock just because I'm a fan of Todd Knock. But this is a series that I always avoid the A covers on because it's been John Romita Jr. and they're usually pretty bad.
Yeah, this one's not that great either. I'm sorry. It's fine.
So I have the whole run, but not any of the A covers.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one got cut for me.
I can get.
Start a new story.
Yeah, the real Daredevil story is that old man Daredevil.
That's true.
It's so good.
We got enough Daredevil stories, right? All right, our next book here is, I put it in the list because DC really doesn't have a lot of big books this week, but they do have a new #1 with Fire and Ice When Hell Freezes Over. Fire and Ice returning a wild follow-up to Absolute Power. So there's actually a follow-up to Absolute Power. That brings me interest. With their powers mysteriously swapped, forcing them to lay low in Smallville until a magical mix-up turns karaoke night into total chaos. All I care is about that Jeff DeCall cover.
Yeah, that's what I would say about it. It would be a cover buy, and it would be for the Jeff DeCall cover. But I would normally skip over things like this because it's just going to be it's probably just going to be like an anthology of short stories with the characters in it, or just I don't know. I'll skip it.
Yeah,
I don't know what's DC agenda with Fire and Ice in general. Why they so adamant about them? You know what I mean? You were saying, Shane?
So there's a Nakayama cover too, and I would usually buy it, but I think I'm passing on this one. But I love that DeCal cover. I think it's great.
I'm such a fan of his work. He's just such an amazing artist.
Mm-hmm. Really cool aesthetic in that one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Really like that one. The Terry Dotson is pretty good too. All right. We have another key watch for Star Wars Jedi Knights #2. This is the first full appearance of Alpha Prime, who was teased in issue 1. So now we're going to get the first appearance here in this issue. We have a Raza cover. We have a Phil Noto cover. And there's a 1/100 Taran Clark lightsaber cover. I do believe there's also an open order cover for that one for cover price. Any Star Wars guys here?
Yeah, I bought the first issue. I bought the kind of spoiler cover of Antha Prime on the cover. Mm-hmm. So got that. It was okay read. The Star Wars has kind of slowly been trickling downhill with a few blips for me from the original kind of, when you first got Dr. Aphra, that first Vader run was amazing. The first Star Wars run was really good. And now it's just kind of a little overexposed, I think.
But they cut down a lot of Star Wars books lately. It's not that many as they were before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I never got into the Star Wars comics personally, but if I were gonna pick one up though, that Raza cover's pretty badass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is good. The Taran's really good too.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Transformers 19. What happened to Megatron? The story that every fan has demanded begins right here. There's some awesome Megatron covers for this book. And of course, when it comes to Transformers, there's like 1,000,000,001 covers to each book.
Yeah.
Daniel Warren Johnson's cover. Believe it or not, I'm not feeling that cover as much. I
like
am feeling the Lullaby foil cover. I think that's my favorite one, but the David Nakayama is not that bad either.
Yeah, and that David Nakayama one in the center starts a similar trend to what he did with G.I. Joe. So over the next, I think, 4 issues, there's going to be every 1 in 10 will be done by him. And if it's like G.I. Joe, they're probably connecting.
Yeah, they are connecting.
And that 1 in 100, if I know that Rob will probably have that, that's a wicked awesome cover. I love that.
That's nice, man.
He'll at the very least he'll have it ordered. But Transformers, yeah, that's another one. I've been on this when I heard Daniel Warren and like I'm not a Transformers fan growing up. I just missed it somehow. But when I heard that Daniel Warren Johnson was doing Transformers, of course I wanted to get on it. So I've been on since issue 1, and there's been a lot of amazing covers. As far as the run's still good. Void Rivals is my favorite out of all the Energon books, and I've read most of them. But this is still good. This is still good up until issue 19. And I think I don't know if I have the A cover ordered. I usually go with the A or B cover. I don't really pick up the ratios too much, but there's some really good ones though. Those are both really good.
Yeah. Then we have our indie key, and that's Vatican City. This is from Mark Millar. Miller. Why am I saying Millar? It's actually Miller. The world has been overrun by vampire apocalypse. Every man, woman, and child dead except the 2,000 tourists safe behind the walls and holy relics of Vatican City. So this features the writing of Mark Miller, so it's obviously part of the Miller world, with artist Narwhal. This is worth checking out because it is Miller.
Yeah,
so it might be crazy violent.
Yeah, I did reach out to my comic shop when I saw this, and I don't know how many copies are going to be floating around, but I'm hoping to find it on Wednesday because it's. I'm a huge vampire nut. I like vampire stories, so.
Yeah, I may skip this one.
All right. So now we're going to take a look at our variants, starting with Uncanny X-Men 13 by David Mack. That one's gorgeous. There's also Amazing Spider-Man 1 in 50, Gil Kane. Amazing Spider-Man #1 by that guy, Will Youngji Young, with Jeff on it. Guys, let's speak.
I have a Phoenix cover that David Mack did in a similar style. And man, I'm just such a big fan of David Mack's artwork, but he kills it on when he does X-Men characters. I love the X-Men characters that he's done so far. And Gil Kane, that's pretty cool. The young Hoon, whatever Yoon, I can't say it. It's cool too. I mean, I'm not a big Jeff the Land Shark fan.
Oh, that's it. You're out.
No, I dig it though. Like, I think he's a cool character. I'm not like a Jeff fanatic like a lot of people are.
Yeah.
So I love the David Mack and Scotty. You can probably still find them. I don't know how much they are, but they were a really good deal when they came out. They did. He did slaughter packs of Something Is Killing the Children, so you can get issue 1 to.
I remember those. Yeah,
5, and they're all just cool. Virgin covers, and the art is amazing on them.
I remember seeing the one of them. It was they were pretty.
Yeah. I'm personally a fan of the Gil Kane. Obviously, that's an old picture, but it looks so good. I'm mad that it's a 1 in 50 though.
But like, okay, when they were doing that with George Perez, where they're reusing older art as like ratios, I wasn't a huge fan of that.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it because again, it's reused art. But I will admit it looks so good. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the yellow box. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you should have just gone all the way with it. You know, you could have just continued the image. Let's go to our next one. Incredible Hulk 24 by Dolly. Then you have 2 Spawn 363. There's the Bajon Barons and the Eduardo Delantry. That Hulk, Shane, that was one of your picks, man.
That's sick.
Yeah. I'm not reading Incredible Hulk, but when I saw that cover come up, I'm like, I'm in. It's just
like the Hulk is.
Yeah, it's so cool looking. just look. The more you look at it, the more you see. Like it's just really good.
It's
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the
Those
same.
Spawn
Same.
covers are great too.
I like Philip Kennedy Johnson, but I'm just not a fan of him on this Hulk run. But that look at the Bjorn Barons cover. I'm a big fan of his artwork. That's a killer cover too.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Edward Delandre, but that looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. It has a little bit of an Akira flair to it. That's how I think of when I see it. Very anime style, manga style in that style.
It is. It's cool. It's different.
Mm-hmm. Then we have Martin Simmons on Batman Dark Patterns #5. Geiger 13, Sean Von Gorman. That's a good friend of mine. He's done the Pedestrian. And then you got Laurie Kinney, Wolverine #5, an Alex Milleev cover.
Anything that I like Martin Simmons on darker stuff. Like he killed it on the Dracula, the interior art for Dracula. It was freaking awesome. And Department of Truth, he's the one that did Department of Truth as well, right? Yeah, just awesome. I like him on darker tone stuff. Geiger, that's one of my favorite indie books. I absolutely love Geiger. To see that Sean Von Gorman's doing a cover for it, it looks badass.
I can't wait to see him, man. I'm going to see it in a couple of weeks. I know that. But like, Sean, man, here, sign it. You're not charging me.
And that Alex Maleev is beautiful. Laura Kinney, I don't know that I love the face, but the body, he nailed the body.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that Dracula run, Scotty, is totally underappreciated.
Right?
Sure.
It's really good.
Let's go to our next one. We got the Ivan Tao Department of Truth 29. This is, believe it or not, this is called the Jessica Rabbit variant.
I could see it.
I could see it, but I don't see it at the same time because she's already the lady in red.
Well, I mean, but normally she's a thinner lady. Like right there, she's thick. Look at the thighs.
Not that much different, man. It's just Jessica Rabbit, right? You got Terminator #6. This is the blood cover by Cameron Johnson. Both of those two will be exclusives for C2E2. And then you got Thundercats 14. I just love Lino just punching Munra in the face.
Nice.
Yeah. I love the Terminator. Looks great. I wish I could pick that one up, but exclusives.
I know, I'm a huge fan of that Ivan Tao, but I won't do the convention exclusives. I'll be damned.
Yeah. Either way, man, those are the books that are gonna be convention exclusives. Just wait a year; they'll be on sale. That's all you gotta do. You gotta wait a year. We've reached the end of New Comic Book Day. Which books are you picking up? Let me know in the comments. Are you gonna pick up Spider-Man, or are you gonna protest like Cliff? Are you going to pick up any of the variants that are there? Are you planning to go to C2E2 and pick up some of those exclusives that are there? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more comic content. Check out these other videos for even more insight, and I'll see you at the next one. Excelsior.